cooking chicken. Welcome to my kitchen. Come on in. Come this way, come on. So what I got here is some grade A chicken here. Yep, USDA grade A, so it's grade A. I got from Publix in the refrigerator section today, so it's fresh. Not fresh, but I didn't have to put it in my fridge. Anyway, so it's 1.15 pounds, and the total price was $6.66. What I'm gonna make for us today, the servings per person is gonna be around $1.70. And so, it seems as though the package, come closer, take a look. So it seems as though that this was probably packaged at another location before being sent to the retailer, which is Publix. And so it's got some of this saran wrap on there and a plastic, well not plastic, styrofoam. So I'm going to butterfly this because, get this, it's what my mom used to do, and makes it quicker, and also I get 4 pieces of meat out of it that I will use later on for sandwich meat. So I have adobo, and that's what I'm going to put on it, along with some lemon pepper. So watch out, Rachel Ray. I've got 3 ingredients that I'm going to use. So if I were to store my chicken in my refrigerator, I was also testing out my little thermometer. My refrigerator is at around 30 degrees, 32. So I'm just going to take this out for later use, but I have my station set up. I have the chicken over here along with my knife, and then I have my pan. I prefer to do the pan because I just think it's easier. It doesn't take as long. I like how it caramelizes everything in there. It tastes pretty good. I left out one other ingredient, but I don't know if you really count it as an ingredient. It's more so to keep the chicken from sticking to the pan, and that's my extra virgin olive oil. So before I get into the chicken, you have to make sure that you wash your hands, because you don't want anything getting on there, especially because I just came from volunteering at the hospital, so definitely don't want hospital germs on the chicken. So I'm gonna wash my hands just like this. Look at the suds. Really go in there and scrub it. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Okay. Now, I'm gonna dry my hands off with a nice clean towel. And then also I have, this is my favorite utensil to use for cooking utensil. I like doing this, it's easy. And I put it on there to keep it from touching anything else. So, we're going to open it up. Are you ready, cameraman? Okay, here we go. So, just a little hole right there. Put your knife on your tray. Go like this. You don't want to cut yourself. Just open it up, and you got your 2 chicken breasts right there. And this is just a personal preference of mine. I'm going to toss this. I don't like how it's slimy. That's just a thing that I don't like, and so I tend to clean them off beforehand, and then I will dispose of this properly later on. So I'm going to turn the water on the coal and just rinse them off. Just like this. Alright, and then I'm just going to do a little and then just for safe measures, I'm just going to wash my hands one more time. Just like this. Scrub, scrub, scrub. And then the step that we're going to do next is we're actually going to butterfly the chicken so you get 4 pieces of meat out of it. It's my cameraman's phone. Interesting fact, his ringtone is from Back to the Future. Alright, so I'm going to get to butterflying. So here we go. Are you ready? So I tend to go in there and I just cut straight down the middle, and it makes it for a nice even cut, and also it just makes sure that when you're cooking it that everything kind of cooks at the same rate. So I don't know, sometimes when you cook chicken breast, one side tends to be thicker than the other, but if you do this, everything's about the same size. Alright, so that's that step, and I'm going to wash my hands one more time, but I already have all my seasonings ready to be used. So, we'll be right back. Okay, apparently we're not pressing pause, that's okay. Alright, here we go. So, I have my seasoning. I'm going to put adobo on one side and just kind of sprinkle it on. This is how I feel. I like to have a good amount of seasoning on there. And I'm going to put some of my lemon pepper on too. I like a lot of seasoning on my chicken. Just like that. And I'm going to flip it with my left hand. Oh wow, I really did a good job there. And then I'm going to repeat just like that. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's really just however you feel. And that's a great part about chicken. And then the last thing that I do, and I'm not touching anything with my chicken hand, is I like to stab my chicken with a fork before I cook it. This is something that I was taught growing up, that it just helps keep your meat tender, and it seems to work. Alright, so we're going to get I'm going to wash my hand again. Cameraman, can you please pause? Alright, so we're going to take the chicken breast over here, and we're going to place it on our pan that already has some extra virgin olive oil on it. I made sure that it was around medium to low. I didn't want it to be too hot. I like to kind of let it take its time. And we're going to give it about 5 minutes on each side and flip. So after the meat has been flipped both times, I'm going to check the temperature, and I'm going to look for 165. However, because I butterflied the meat, the temperature might be a little bit lower, like 140, I'd imagine, just because it's thinner. So we're going to cook this for 5 minutes and flip it. When you cook chicken on the pan, or in the oven, you want the internal temperature of the meat to be 165. However, because we pan-seared it, oh no, not pan-seared, because we butterflied it, it's a thinner cut. So the temperature that I'm getting is around 130, and it's not going above that, and I have cooked it for about the time that it needs on each side, and it's turned golden brown, as you can see. So that's usually a good indicator that it's done. So it's been on here for a while now, and I'm going to take it off. It's ready to be taken off, so I'm going to take my tongs, and I have a plate ready over here, and I'm just going to leave it right here for a little bit, and I'm going to cook my other chicken breast that I have. So I will be right back. And this is the finished product. I gave one piece to my cameraman. Well, really, we shared it, but it came out really good. So what you can do with it once it's done is you can chop it up and put it in a sandwich or a wrap, or put it on a salad, or you can just eat it by itself with some mashed potatoes. But that is my chicken. So because I am not going to eat this stuff right now, I'm actually going to store it for later on. The plate that we placed it on had chicken that was cooked, so no raw chicken has touched this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the chicken directly into my container. This is after letting it cool for a little bit. And then it's just as so. Put the lid on, and then it's ready to go into the fridge. And then I will clean all my equipment. I'm going to use the sink over there. Our dishwasher is currently being used, so I will wash it with soap. And then I will disinfect the area with 409, just to make sure that there are no pathogens on the counter. Alright, well, thank you all for watching. There's my chicken. Bye.